Hey everybody, happy Monday and welcome back to Position to Prosper. I'm Arianne. If this is your first time tuning in, say hey and let me know where you are tuning in from. Please also share and invite your followers by tapping on my head of security at the bottom there. Swipe up for Droid and left for iPhone, or you can tune in online at periscope.tv. Alright, so I hope you are enjoying your Monday so far. Just a few reminders. 31 Days of Proverbs is still underway. We are on day 12. So if you haven't joined in, there's still time. You can pick up right where we are today. So just read one chapter of Proverbs a day and post your favorite verse from that day to Facebook or Instagram, Twitter, wherever you would like, with the hashtag Proverbs Challenge. All right? And also, we're still praying over our plans and goals and purposes for the new year. So just continuing to pray for open doors and closed doors and supernatural resources and creativity, and also, divine connections. So we're just being very, very prayerful over the plans that God has for us in the upcoming year. And if you missed that one, you can go back. The message was titled, There's an Army Rising Up. There's an Army Rising Up. So you can go back and listen to that message and get caught up on the 7 prayer points. All right. So this week we're talking about the purge. The purge. So as we're getting ready for the new year, I keep telling you, you're not going to be able to take everything and everyone with you, right? It's fall right now. Even the trees know that it's time to let go. Right? Even the trees know that it's time to let go. And so to prepare you for your next season, you're going to have to let go of some things as well. So we're going to be talking about your circles. We're going to be talking about purging in your finances, mentally, professionally. We're going to hit it all this week. So tune in, be prepared to take notes and do some work, write it down, invite some people. We're going to get it done. All right. So today we're talking about purging your circles, your circles. So there's a guy named Jim Rohn, that's R-O-H-N, Jim Rohn, and he says that we're the average of the 5 people that we spend the most time with. The average of them, right? So if your circle is full with people who are broke, guess what? You're the average of all those broke people. Or if they're unhealthy, or they're not progressing in their jobs or whatever else, you are the average of all of those people that you hang around. And it's like sometimes, we grow up with people and we just get stuck, right? Because we get comfortable. We like being familiar with people and all of that. And sometimes we can get stagnant in our circles, and we got to keep moving. And I thought about this earlier today. It's like when we're in school and we're growing up, right? There's a system in place for us to continue to move forward. So you're not staying in elementary school unless you just keep flunking on purpose, but there's a system that pushes us through. So once you get the either, 5th or 6th grade, depending on how your school system is set up, then you go to middle school, and then you go to high school. So you're always becoming, at some point, a small fish in a big pond again, right? All through school. And then once we get out into the real world, there's not really a system set up for that. I mean, you get a job, and it's up to you to create that system of progression for yourself. And so we have to be very, very intentional about continuing to learn, continuing to stretch ourselves and reach out to people that will challenge us, that don't look like us, don't have the same background as us, so that we can continue to grow. So are you really satisfied with the circles that you're around? How are they moving you forward and pushing you closer to your destiny and where you're trying to go? Because you're going to share the same values and thought processes at some point. And if that's working for you right now, cool. But if you're preparing to go into a new season, into a next level, guess what? You're going to need people that are already there to help you succeed, okay? And so that's what he says from a business standpoint. We know that the Bible speaks about relationships and partnerships as well. I'll give you a few quick scriptures. You can go and Google, what does the Bible say about relationships and friendships? And it'll give you a whole lot of scriptures, but I'll just hit on a few today. So Proverbs 12:26, which is from today's chapter in Proverbs. The righteous choose their friends carefully, but the way of the wicked leads them astray. And while it's talking about wicked and evildoers, you can still apply that to the ways of foolish people will lead you astray. So if you know you're trying to get your finances in order and people are just, nah, you don't have to do that. You can just run up credit cards or try to, manipulate the system and all that stuff. You're going to be right where they are. So you're going to want to get around people who have gotten out of debt, who know how to manage their finances, and who have gotten where you want to be. So you choose your friends carefully. Yes, you need a strategy for choosing the people that you allow in and out of your life. You just flat out do. And successful people do that. They don't just let anybody in their circle speaking into their lives. They don't, right? Because wise people hang out with other wise people. All right, Proverbs 13:20 says, walk with the wise and become wise, for a companion of fools suffers harm. Right? So you can follow the ways of the foolish people, but in the end, you're going to suffer harm in some type of way. So even if it's relationship, you're married, stop taking advice from your single friends. They can't help you. Especially if they've never been married before. Yeah, they might be a listening ear, but they don't have the wisdom and experience of being married to guide you correctly and in a wise manner. So don't talk to your single friends. Go talk to somebody who has a successful marriage and talk to them and get advice from them, right? If you're starting a business or something, talk to people that have not just started a business, but have been successful in their businesses. And they have created businesses that have sustained themselves, they have grown or something. Not saying they've never had failures, because you will have failures and successes, but it's somebody who knows how to lead and guide you from experience and knowledge and wisdom, okay? And then 2 Corinthians 6:14. Do not be yoked together with unbelievers, right? For what do righteousness and wickedness have in common? Or what fellowship can light have with darkness? Now, I know they say opposites attract, but if you're going in the opposite direction, it's going to cause a lot of conflict and friction between the two of you. So yeah, I could be an introvert and hang out with an extrovert, but if we're moving toward the same goal, then it can work. But not if we're doing two totally separate things and going in two totally separate direction. That's not gonna work out, right? It just doesn't work out. So do not be yoked with people who do not share your same values and who are not going in the same direction as you. Don't lower your standards for some man or some woman just because you're lonely, because after a while it's gonna wear off and you're gonna want to pursue who you are and who God created you to be, and you're gonna be frustrated, and chances are they're not gonna want to do it your way, and you can avoid that by not even hooking yourself up with those type of people from jump, right? And we do it sometimes. We like projects and we think we can change people. Well, I know it didn't work out with somebody else, but I'm just, I can be God and I can change that person and they're going to change for me. Don't set yourself up for it. Been there, done that. Doesn't work. That person has to want to change. So keep your standards. And if they really want to be in relationship with you, they will change. They will change on their own, but you can't make anybody change. So we're going to be very strategic in our relationship for next year, purging in these 4 areas. So these are 4 circles to check for yourself. The first one is your social circles. Your social circles. And yes, that includes social media. Who do you need to start unfollowing? Like, for real. There's some stuff that you're going to have to cut off, because to see that every single day, it gets in your mind and it builds up over time. And it seems like it's just a quick little thing. We scroll so fast, but over time it builds up, and before you know it, you're starting to say and think and behave exactly like the people that you're allowing to pour into you day in and day night. So day in and day out. So I want you to make a list, or at least just go through and start unfollowing some people. you know what, this person is not a positive person, this person does not represent the direction that I'm going, and hit unfollow. Like, it's okay. I say it all the time. It's not personal, it's destiny. Like, I gotta guard my own heart. So I will unfollow you, you know, and it seems like, well, it don't take all that. Yes, it does, especially if it's tempting you to go backwards and enticing you to go pick up the things that you know God has told you to lay down and let go of. Yes, it really does take all that. You know, we like to be strong and all of that. Well, I can just scroll past. Nah. Okay. At least it doesn't work for me. I tried that. I'll just keep them on there, you know. It's not going to bother me. No. After a while, because they'll post something like a memory. I'm like, dude, I really wasn't trying to remember that. Nah, I really wasn't. So it is what it is. But who are you going to unfollow on social media going into this new year? It's not personal. It really isn't, but you got to take care of you. And then in real life, your social circle, what are you going to step away from? You know, there's some associations or groups and stuff that you need to walk away from. Do it. It's for your own good. And you know what? And sometimes it's just for a season. It's just for a season. We think everything's permanent. Some things are, but some things it's like, you know what? I'm stepping away for a quarter or 6 months or a year, and then get yourself together and you can go back. And if they love you enough, they'll let you back in and they'll understand and give you room to go better yourself. And if they don't, then maybe it's true that misery loves company and they don't want you to get better. And that right there tells you don't need them in your circle. So there it is. So who in your social circles do you need to purge and just really let go of in this next season? Also, professional. Who in your professional circle? If you're a manager or not a manager, you tend to make friends with, you know, your coworkers and associates. But if you're trying to move up in your career, you need to be around some people who are interested in upward mobility and they're willing to do the things to get there. They're not showing up late. They're not gossiping about everybody. They're doing their work with the attitude of excellent, high quality customer service, all of that stuff. So who do you need to get around professionally, and who do you need to cut off? And it's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy because, again, we like being accepted. That's who we are as humans. God said in the beginning, it's not good for man to be alone, and we don't like to be alone, but this is about cutting off the things that are bad for you. Like God says, you know, he'll cut off the things that aren't producing good fruit so that you can bear good fruit. So he won't take something away and not replace it with something better, but you got to be willing to let go of the things that are holding you back right now. All right, so write down professionally, who do you need to start drifting away from? And then spiritually, if you're trying to go on your walk with God, you can't continue to hang out with people that aren't serious. They're kind of, you know, 1 foot in and 1 foot out. They still want to do what they want to do, just living by grace every day and not really trying to pursue holiness and righteousness. What kind of changes do you need to make there, right? I mean, it's a constant process of growing and purging and planting and all of this. It's just a part of the process. So it seems scary, but again, you got to let something go in order to gain something else, right? I mean, imagine if the trees were just trying to hold on to all their leaves right now. I don't think they would be ready to produce when the springtime came. So this is about your harvest. This is about future sacrificing right now so that you are able to gain later, right? Sacrifice now so that you are able to gain later. So social, professional, spiritual, and then familial, your family. You know, that's how generational curses kind of keep us stuck, because it's our family and it's hard. It's like, this is all I've known. This is what I've grown up with. These people taught me everything I know, whether good, bad, or indifferent. And sometimes we have to let some people in our family, we got to let them go. It's like, I got to step away because this is not good for me. I know that's your cousin. I know that's your sister. I know that's your mom and your dad or whatever else. But in order to get ahead and to get to where you're trying to go, sometimes you need a little separation. You know what? I can't spend 7 days a week with y'all. I can spend maybe like 3 and just start gradually trimming some time away, because again, you are the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So who are you spending your most of your time with right now? Who are you spending most of your time with right now? And is it benefiting you or is it hurting you? That's a question that you have to answer, that I have to answer. And then later on we'll talk about, developing those new relationships and all of that. But right now we have to have the courage and the wisdom to be willing to let something go right where we are. So those are the 4 circles for you to check: your social, professional, spiritual, and then your familiar circles, right? And write down names of people who influence you in each of those groups. Write down the names of the people that, have inspired you and are encouraging you, and thank them. You know what? Thank those people. Just reach out and be like, you know what? I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And then ask God. We're praying for divine connection. So ask God to send more people into your life like those people. So as you're purging, God will replace. So ask him to replace those people. I would say, suggest about 3 to 5 of those in each group. Again, you're the average of the 5, so you need 3 to 5 people, and it's about balance. Like, everyone is not going to be perfect. That's not what we're saying. But if you're the average of everybody, you want to make sure you have a good balance of people who are successful, that are on the way, that are on your level, people that will, love you enough to tell you the truth, but then people who are able to just encourage you and just to be your cheerleader as well. So it's about balance. So write that stuff down. And yes, you need some real life people that you can talk to and call, in conjunction with some online people that you may never meet. They may never know you, but read some books, sign up for somebody's email list or whatever, and just get knowledge and wisdom that way as well. Watch their YouTube videos. So there's a lot of ways to create your circle and to maintain them. Just make sure that it's not all just you and a computer or you and a phone. Like, you need human interaction too, and somebody to be able to give you some feedback and direction. So make sure you have human interaction too, but also as an option, read some books. Find 2 or 3 people that you admire. Read their books, sign up for their email list, watch their YouTube videos, allow them to pour into you and to shape your mind and your thoughts and all of that. So that is your assignment for today. Tomorrow we're going to talk about finances. We're going to talk about purging in the area of our finances tomorrow. So I hope this is helpful for you guys. Again, if you're not following me on Instagram, you can do that at Arianne Maccabee, and also visit my website, www.ariannemaccabee.com, and check out my first book, Destined to Fly: The Pursuit of Purpose. So thank you guys again for all of you who have joined in so far on the 31 Days of Proverbs Challenge. It's not too late to get in. You can do that. Invite and share with your followers. So enjoy the rest of your day today, and I'll meet you guys back here tomorrow. Bye.